Okay, so this is week 6, Thursday, and this is the homework assignment for Quentin for Math 5. Let's start with number 1. It says select all of the following that are true. So let's take a look at the first one, okay? So for the first one, what you have here is 2/3 times 5/9 equals 7/12. So when you look at this right here, 2 times 5 is 10, 3 times this is 27. So obviously that's not true, right? So I'm glad you said that's not true. Next one, 7/10 times 1/5. 1 times 7 is 7. That should be 50. So 7/50 is correct. So the following are true. So good. That's one of the answers. 8/11 times 3/4 equals 24/44. If I reduce this, Quentin, look on top. You see how both are even numbers? You can always divide it by 2, right? 12/22. And then what can you reduce that to? 6/11. This is 6/11. So this one is an answer, Quentin, right here. Do you see the 6/11 right there? Yeah, you do, however, have to reduce it. So this piece right here, I'm highlighting right here in the box. You need to copy that down. Do you understand? Okay. Okay, so you're gonna do that later. So hold on a second. Let's finish this. 1/6 times 2/7. 1 times 2 is 2. 6 times this is 42. They're both even, so you can reduce it down to what? Yeah, so that's not it, right? Because that's a 3/42. Okay, so that's not it. Next one. 5/8 times 3/8 is 15/64. Now with this one, you can divide it by, actually you can't divide it by anything. You can't reduce it. So that's your answer. Is that the answer right here? Yep. So you should have 2 answers. 3 answers. 1, 2, 3. 3 answers are correct. Did you highlight those 3? Did you copy this part down? Okay. I need you to stop so I can finish this with them. Right now, you can grab your book, start working on your Google Doc with your vocabulary, and read your book. I need you to read your book, please. Thank you. All right, question number 2. Maybe, no, you already had dinner, and maybe if you're done, we'll get you some meals to eat, but not right now. During primary school's annual walk for education, Reba walked around the track 5/5 times. Holt walked around the track 1 3/5 times. The number of times Reba did. How many times did Holt walk around the track? What are you gonna do with those numbers? Yeah, Holt is gonna be 1 3/5 times of what? Reba, right? And how many times did Reba walk? Yeah. When you do this, do you change it from a proper fraction to an improper fraction, or do you just multiply across? Okay. 1 times 5 is 5. 3 times 5 is 15. 5 times 6 is 30. 15 and 30 can be divided by what? You could divide both by 15. So it's 1 and 1/2. Now, let me show you something, Quentin, because I feel like you could probably benefit from this. Do you see how the top is a 3, the bottom is a 6? Do you see that? Whenever you have something like that, you can reduce it. You know, if I cross this out, 3 divided by 3 is 1, 6 divided by 3 is 2. Do you see that? Do you also see the number here exactly the same? You can just cross them if they're top and bottom. So then 1 times 5 is 5, right? 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. And do you see the shortcut right there? Yeah, so you could do that. Okay, so you did a good job with that one. But number 1, you got to be careful with because you messed up on that one. Okay, read number 3, please. Okay. is represented by this. Okay, so this is 100. Do you see how there's 100 pieces there? Okay, so in the blue, there's 1, 20, 20, 10, 20, 30, 37. So this is 37, right? 0.37. This part right here is going to be 10, 20, 30, 40, 43, 44. And that's what you have. So that looks good. Okay. Good job. Read number 4, please. The second one was wanted more times the first one. How long was the second? The actual. So first debate was 1 2/3 hours, right? The second one was 1 4/5 times longer. So then what do you do with the two numbers? Okay, so we're going to start off with the first debate. How long was the first debate? Two-thirds, right? So then the second debate is going to be 1 4/5 longer. So it's 1 4/5 times the first debate, right? So once again, let's take a look. Top and bottom. Can you cancel anything in the top and bottom in the purple? No, 4 and 3. Can't cancel anything. No. You can't cancel anything. As in, like, is there a number that you can divide 4 and 3? That divides into 4 and 3. No. What about 5 and 2? Is there anything no. So you can't cancel anything. So it's not like the last one. Because like with the last one, Quentin, like this one, do you see how the 3 here and the 6, you could divide 3 into both of those? And the 5, top and bottom, you can divide 5 into both of those. Do you see that? So then you can become 1, right? So with this one, let's just multiply. 1 times 1 is 1. 4 times 2 is 8. 5 times that is 15. Can I reduce this at all? Okay. How long was the second blank? Estimate the product and find the actual product. So this one's gonna be 1 1/8 of an hour, right? Now this one, the 1 right here means it is 60 minutes. 4 times 2. Isn't that what you do? What? Okay, so let's change from proper fraction to improper fraction. Okay, you ready? 1 times 5 plus 4 is 9/5 times 1 times 3 plus 2 is 5/3. Do you see that? Now, what you can do is, do you see how the top and bottom are exactly the same here? Which means you can cancel that. Do you see that? So that's just 1 now, okay? Then the top and the bottom here, what's 9 divided by 3? 3. So that cancels. So your answer is what then? 3 hours. So it's 3 hours. So if you think about it, the first debate was 1 2/3 hours. That's gonna be 5/3, which is gonna be 1.67 hours or 100 minutes. Okay, because this times 60 gives me 100 minutes. Do you see that? Okay. Now the second debate is 1 4/5 longer than the first one. So then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take 1 4/5, okay? Times 1 2/3, which is gonna give me 3 hours. Do you see that? So this is my answer, okay? It's 3 hours. So 3 hours, so the second debate is 3 hours. Then this is how long was the second debate? How long was the second debate? Second debate is 3 hours. Do you see that? Okay, that's your answer. Okay, are we okay with this? And if we have to estimate this, Quentin, if the first debate is 5 over 3 hours, right? So the second debate, and you need to write this down, is 5 over 3 times 104, 9 over 4, right? So then if I multiply this, 4 times that's 45 over 12, or hold on a second, maybe I did this wrong, 5, 9, oh, 9 over 5, here we go. So make sure you show the work that you cancel the 5 like this. Do you see that? And 9 divided by 3 is 3 hours. So just make sure you show the work like that, okay? Question number 5, can you read it for me? What's the second part? Find the actual product. The actual, so this is the estimate. The actual is gonna be 1 4/5 times 1 2/3, which is 3 hours. So yeah, this is an estimate. There's two. This is the estimate, right? This is the actual. Okay. It's gonna be the same answer, okay? Well, estimate just means you estimate the product. The actual product is the actual answer. They're the same. Okay. All right, let's go on to the next one. So for question number 5, are you ready? Okay, go ahead and read it. Okay, so then we need to draw a picture. This is your picture. Which one do you think is a longer mile? Is it the length or the width? Which one's gonna be longer? Which one looks longer? I'm saying, is the length longer or the width longer? The length, do you see how the length is longer right here? This is longer. No, don't change your answer. I'm not saying your answer is wrong. The length is gonna be 7 over 8. The width is 5 over 6, right? So to find the area is length times width, okay? So your area of the park is, what's length? What's your length? Okay, what's your width? Okay, now let's go ahead and multiply across. 35 over 48 miles. You're right, miles squared. You have to have the squared for area. 35, but it had to have miles squared. Do you have the square right here? Make sure you put a 2 right there on top. Okay, but it's 35 over 48. Okay, you did good. That's good. Did you do number 6 yet? Can you go ahead and try to do number 6? Why don't we walk it through together? You want to do that? Okay. Okay, so you have, is a 1/6 is a decimal? Oh, it's a decimal. 4, 7, 9, 2. I like to label everything first. Can we label everything first together? Okay. Which one is the 10th place? What number? 10, 10th, tens. Which one is the ones? Okay, after the decimal, then you have tenths. Which one's that? Yep. Which one's a hundred or hundredths? Yep. Next. And? Okay, so first one, A, round to the nearest 10. Well, which one's a 10 number? Which one's 10? 10 is right here. Do you see that? Now you look at the number here. Is that bigger than 5 or smaller than 5? So you round up. So that becomes a 7. So 17.000. Do you see that? Okay. Now let's try the next one. B, nearest whole number. A whole number is like 42. Do you see that? So if I have to round this, look at this number right here. Is that bigger than 5 or smaller than 5? Look at the tenths. Is it bigger 5 or smaller than 5? Okay, so then my answer is just 16.000. We're not gonna change anything. Okay. To the nearest tenth. What number is 10th? The 4. So that's a tenth. So then you look at what number? Do you round up or down? 16 point. Good. I think I did this wrong. If I neared around to the nearest 10, should this be a 2? 20? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. That was my fault. Yeah, I haven't been rounding in a while. All right, nearest hundredths. What number is hundredths? The whole number is 16. Because if it's 16.5, right, or Quentin, that would be 17. Do you see that? If it's 16.4, it will be 16 because this is smaller than 5, right? Okay, D, round to the nearest hundredths. What number is hundredths? Hundredths. So you look at the 9. Okay, so this is the hundredths. Look at the 9. So you round. I know, but you have to look at the one next to the hundredths, right? You round up or down? Do you round up or down? Up. So then that 7 becomes a 8. Okay, E. What number is a thousandths? 9. Look what number is next to it. So do you go up or down? Or actually, up or stay the same, I should say. Stay the same. Okay, that's your answer. Are you okay with this? Okay. Let's see. We have one more to go. Number 7. Go ahead and read number 7, please. Go ahead and read. An entertainment rental service charges a flat rate of $8.95 per month to rent DVDs. How much would Chris and Kate pay for 1 year of DVD rentals? Okay. How many months are there in a year? So 1 year equals 12 months. What would you have to do? Good, good. I'll do this with you. So your answer should be written in whole complete sentences, right? So make sure you have that, okay? And that pretty much concludes your homework for week 6, Thursday.
Can I go to reading?
Yeah, what was your answer?
Well,
What was your answer?